G'day, mate. Welcome to the Fair Dinkum review of the Sram. It's on cyclingnews.com. We're going to go to Cycling News, we're going to go to Cycling Tips. I'm going to check out what they say about this. The Sram announces a new rival ETAP. Sram rival. So yeah, let's cut straight to the chase. This is a disc-only group. So it looks like I've got a power meter in there. Interesting. That's very interesting. Is that cork power meter in there? Okay, interesting. I do rate power meters. I've had a positive experience with cork and stages power meters and power tap back in the day. So it is a wireless. How shifty, how slow or fast will the shifting be? If you've used ETAP or SRAM AXS, you'll notice if you come over from Di2 or SRAM Red Mechanical, the shifting in my experience is it feels a lot slower, a lot more muted, a lot more Southern California. Hey man, let's just chill. It's not New York, Manhattan, Adderall, manic, bang, 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 like Di2 or SRAM Red Mechanical is. It's very relaxed in my experience. So I don't like that relaxed shifting. But I do if I'm just cruising around. But if when I'm really going for it, I don't like the ETAP, the AXS, etc. I like SRAM Red Mechanical or I like Shimano Di2 Duras. It'll take the same thing, just different weights. 3,200 grams. Well, this is quite good. This SRAM, is going body positive. This is the heaviest group set they've ever done, and they're showing that it's 2021. Weight don't matter. Body positive it is. So it's a body positive group set, and I think that's fantastic. You're getting, it's a $1,600 group set, is it, with power meter? Well, let's say $1,400 without. So it's it ain't cheap, but you're getting a lot of material for your money. This is a body positive group set, and back in the day, let's go back in time. On Bike Radar, got some sort of MILF over here from LinkedIn, and we've got bike paces from James Hung, and this is 2008. This is SRAM Red, one of my favorite group sets ever. SRAM Red 10, I love it. I still use it today. Fantastic group set, weight wise. There's no comments there. We've got just under 2,000 grams. This is back in 2008, so we're talking extra 1,300 grams 13 years later. Add extra 100 grams per year, so you're getting more material for your money. Well, I shouldn't say for your money, but I guess for your money. You're getting more material for your money. These days, you give the bike manufacturers money, and they give you more weight. They give you more material. So interesting. The gear. Let's talk about the gear ratios. The weight for me, it's body positive weight, which can be good or bad, depends on what you're looking for. The chain rings are 4330. I like that. That's pretty cool. And you've got a 36 up back. So yeah, it's got some good adventure gearing, etc. That's cool. 38. It's got single speed. I don't really rate the single chaining personally. If it works for you, it works for you. For me, I do prefer 2x. It depends, but I do have some 1x bikes as well. But if I was really going to pick a bike for everything, it'd be 2x. Let's go to cyclingtips.com. Super corporate website over here. Bam. Big banner. SRAM have been charged a lot of money to have this sort of, this is sort of like meat, like this is just bang, straight in your face. Very corporate, just money, asking you to become a member. And so this is definitely a money-orientated website. The photos look pretty cool. It's just advert after advert. I didn't even click on that. What the heck? How's that? This is crazy. This is like a super sensitive trackpad or something on there. So we're going over here. We're trying to. Where did it even go? I want to learn about that. I've got to click on this. Looks like an advert, doesn't it? It is an advert. This is going to be a paid review. Obviously, SRAM. Look at that. This is. I'm at the SRAM website. I'm at the SRAM website now. Okay. So this is just a big paid advert there. Cool looking photos. Wireless shifting. Yep. Cool. Things like that. Capable gearing, SRAM have had that for a long time. I do rate SRAM gearing, by the way. 10 speed works with the mountain bike derailleurs. Got some new gen cork on there. Phones, disc brakes, supreme control. I'm good with rim brakes, thanks very much. But disc for dirt, rim for road. We won't go there, but reliable, durable. So yeah, it's got. So again, this is a sort of consumer to go for. Just your everyday new cyclist. This is fantastic. This is super inclusive, bike industry stuff. So that's a positive. That is definitely a positive. 12 speed because hills. No, this has got nothing to do if you've got 9 speed or 12 speed. It's got nothing to do with hills. Because you could have a super, a realistic real world gear ratio with 9 speed. And you could have a super unrealistic gear ratio of 9 speed. So just because you got more speed, more cassette body, more speed in your cassette body doesn't mean you got more cadence up a hill. That's BS. Love at first wireless shift. Yeah, pro level. What does that even mean? I don't think it's pro level. I'm not a fan of AXS in terms of, if I was a pro rider, I'll be using Di2 or I'll be using SRAM Red Mechanical. Ask any pro after a few beers, end of season, no one's around, they'll tell you straight up, Di2 or SRAM Red Mechanical. With most of them saying Di2, because SRAM front derailleurs can have mine of their own, a bit feminine. Upgraded power meter, blah blah blah. So yeah, it's just where's the Cycling Tips review? We've got an advert for it, but they're not mentioning anything. There's no review there on Cycling Tips. Oh, here we go. Right down here, there's a little one. So they take you waiting wireless shifting for the masses. We've got it looks like a paid Cycling Tips YouTube. The chain looks sort of cool, doesn't it? Looks like we've got a paid review here on. So they've got it obviously with the media embargo. They've already had it before it's been released, etc. It's just marketing, advertising. We got Velo Club advert. It's just we got James Hung over here. James Hung, he's been around a long time, and he's quite an experienced reviewer. He's aka Angry Asian. I'm pretty sure it's the same guy. So I think James, he knows a lot of stuff. Now he's obviously a bit bound by corporate, incomes, where he can't really say exactly what he thinks. But I definitely respect James when he's being honest and giving us his full opinion. I enjoy that. I enjoy people's strong opinions. What they really, really think versus, I work for, Cycling Tips or blah, 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 and I got to say this because this is what I'm paid to say, and it's just like, I'm falling asleep, I'm losing respect. The shifters look pretty cool. It looks pretty small, doesn't it? Wow. It is a compact looking sort of setup. Looks very Di2-y, micro shift sort of style. Looks good. Cassette looks shiny. Doesn't look like a 12-speed cassette, does it? It looks like I used a 10-speed PG 1050. No worries there. Boom, boom, boom. I guess I'm not really going to read this because I know it's just going to be marketing stuff. I'm not really going to get James's full, strong opinion there, understandably, because he's got a job to do, and that is to keep the people who sponsor the website and paying his wages. He's got to keep them happy. So we got he's saying a red AXS is only 100 grams heavier than Di2. I disagree on that, James. It's more like 500 grams if you're talking rim brake Di2 versus disc. I'm pretty sure that's correct. 500 grams heavier. Rival AXS 200 grams to that pile, but with substantial with reverse disc 900 grams. So it is a little, I mean, it's the way he's written that is a little bit lawyery, like a little bit of a half-truth in there. So I'm like, come on, James, man, you know the deal. Just say it. SRAM read my article back in 2008. This group set kills everything. I wish it was 2008. We're in 2021. A 3,200 gram group set costs you $1,400 USD. For $200, you go on Gumtree and get yourself a SRAM Red 10-speed group set. It's going to be super light. Run it with some cable discs. You're good to go. You can't say that. Look at this. Look at his weight. Body positive. This is great. This is here we go. This is the accurate weight. 2,478. And over here he's saying Durace is only 100 grams lighter than that. I mean, maybe disc is. But rim brake. We're talking rim brakes here. Again, that's, there's no... James isn't saying Durace rim or disc. We're going to first world problems here, but we'll get nitty gritty. He's just assuming, well, it's disc brake now. You run disc brakes, aren't you? You got disc brake. I ain't get disc brakes yet. What's wrong? Where's your disc brakes? So this is what sort of cracks me. But in the bike industry, I couldn't work in a bike shop these days. This because the options for customers just aren't there like they used to be. We just got this forced, heavy, hard to maintain, finicky product. Bring back the rim brake. Give the customer the option. Walk into a bike shop. What do you want? Do you want lightweight, good enough braking for road? Super lightweight, the best value, easy maintenance, or do you want finicky, heavier, noisier road disc? What do you want? Let you know. Okay, come over this side of the shop. Hey, want that side of the shop? You get someone else to serve it, because I don't want to deal with the stress when you come back complaining about your rubbing rotors on your road bike and your Cervelo, etc., etc. So it's just a big spiel. you know, we'll take probably 20 milligrams of Adderall to write all this stuff. Athioth specializes, you know, this is when like James is talking specializes ultralight AXS, but James, take out that word ultralight. A 7 of just 7.78 kilos. Like, how did you even write that? You know what I mean? How do you even write, it's just 7.78 kilos without pedals? Without pedals. James, how do you put the word ultralight on a bike that's 7.78 kilo in 52 centimeter, you know, without pedals? How do you say ultralight, man? Like, dude, don't lose your credibility. You know, don't lose your integrity, in my opinion. Keep it objective, keep it real. That's almost 2 kilos heavier. The 2 kilos, it's not almost 2 kilos. It's like, come on, man. There's no way the Athos is under 6 kilos out of the box of disc brakes. Come on, man. Yeah, I know. Either way, I'd be lying if I said this bike felt that much heavier on the road. Look at this thing, 7.78 kilo. Look at this. This is insane. With pedals, this is over 8 kilos. With pedals and cage, it's over 8 kilos. It's over 8 kilos, man. Over 8 kilos. And how much will this bike cost you? Close to 10,000 Aussie, potentially. You know what I mean? Over 8 kilo road bike. When I was working in the Trek store in 2003, a $10,000 bike would be like, you know, 7.1 kilo, no pedals, or close to under 7 kilos. Anyway, that's the deal there. What's my opinion? You know, we need your support. Let's just keep asking for money. Maybe next time. Maybe never. Cycling Tips, you make enough money. Stop e-begging. You know, have I missed something? You know, does this not weigh 30.2 kilos? A full kilo more than Integra Di2 for the street price of Integra street price. Why would you do that to yourself as a consumer at a full kilo? That's a great question. Daniel Harrison is thinking over here. I was thinking over here. You know, it's crazy. This is, you know, anyway, this is the deal here. What's my opinion? SRAM rival. You know, the positives, I'm glad that SRAM are virtue signaling and they're incorporating all the groups out there. Back in the day, they would never do that, but now it's 2021, so you know, virtue signaling is part of marketing PR, which I don't really enjoy because it's like be who you were all along versus be something because now it's popular. All right, stay true to your what you're about, and that's why I've always been inclusive. I've always been inclusive, no matter what race or budget or whatever you're from. I'm always inclusive to all my events. Always have been, always will be. Because that's just who I am. But yeah, just marketing, 12 speeds, because this is just absolute bullshit, you know. So for me, there's nothing positive from a technical perspective on this group set. For me, it's a total miss. Give me this is what you want to get. SRAM red group set. You know, SRAM red group set, 10 speed, put some TRP Spire cable disc brakes if you've got a disc brake bike. You know, and you're good to go, man. Be so light and get these group sets. I mean, these group sets would literally be getting thrown in the bin in some bike shops. Literally thrown in the bin or sold for $50 or $100 on Gumtree. You know, you get some barrister customer in and give me the latest, greatest stuff, Donny, and they just rip it off and just chuck it. It's got a scratch on the lever, just bin it, and this is what happens, man. This stuff gets thrown in the bin. I mean, I've known people, you know, throw legit bike parts in the bin. I'm like, what did you let Integra Di2? I was chucked in the bin. I'm like, you threw it in the bin. Yeah, just give me ass. I'm like, dude, give it to me, man. I'll give it to someone. Like, sell it for $5 on. Why would you throw bike parts in the bin that are still functional? Anyway, it does happen. It cracks me. That's my angry vegan thing. And this is another thing with cycling tips, which while we're grinding gears. So I typed in Lance Armstrong. Right, so Cycling Tips have cashed in a Lance Armstrong. Cycling News has cashed in a Lance Armstrong. Shram's cashed in a Lance Armstrong. Everyone's cashed in a Lance. I still cashed in a Lance, but I'm now going to be a hater of Lance. So, you know, so there's still negging Lance. Haven't mentioned him for a while, but look at all these, you know, all this clickbait and Lance Armstrong for the SEO, and then down here, I type in Lance Armstrong on the search, and then all this stuff comes up. So my question is, are Cycling Tips using Lance Armstrong's name for SEO optimization, because I've typed in Lance Armstrong and the latest SRAM roll comes up, which got nothing to do with Lance Armstrong. We've got Peter Sagan. We've got all this stuff. Got nothing to do with Lance Armstrong. What does Nibali's wrist have to do with Lance Armstrong? So why is it coming up in the SEO when I type in Lance Armstrong? Who knows? Anyway, that's my gripe there. That we have these corporate companies, employers, etc. And nothing personal. Just share my comments and criticisms here. It might sound personal, but it's not. I'm glad these websites are out there. I'm glad people are promoting cycling. I just wish bike brands would put out legit product that enhances the right experience versus proprietary, short, span career product longevity. You bust a derailleur, now you need a wireless derailleur, and you look at SRAM done with ETAP, 11-speed ETAP. No support now. You know what I mean? No support. See you later. Bye-bye. Didn't exist. Only a few years ago it was all the rage. So that's where I have an issue with some of this stuff. At least with Shimano 11-speed Di2, you can get second-hand parts for it. People, it's a community-based group set sort of thing. The 10-speed Duros one was a total, the Di2 one was just a total nightmare because it was so proprietary, nothing worked with anything. But since then, it's a community group set. You can get parts on Facebook Marketplace, etc. You need it. Now, a lot of people don't want that. They just want new stuff, chuck the rest in the bin. But we're cyclists. This is about the environment. It's about minimizing our carbon footprint. We've got a carbon footprint, and what can we do to enhance the minimization of that? And so I think when I see group sets like this, I just see proprietary stuff, things that's going to end up in landfill, because once the motor dies, it's like bye-bye, and eventually it'll be phased out to 13-speed, etc. So, I have an issue with that. I like the 11-speed Di2. I like the SRAM mechanical. Stuff that just lasts and lasts and lasts. This stuff, is it proven? Is it going to be durable? Who knows? It's Gen 1 SRAM rival AXS and ETAP. So yeah, it's and it's going to be, I don't know, it's heavy. It's just heavy. It's heavy, it's new, it's unproven. It ain't going to shift as fast as what else the group set from 13 years ago from SRAM. So for me, it's a no win here. But I have empathy for the engineers out there who create this stuff. A lot of hard work's been put into this group set. A lot of hard work's been put into this group set. It's not easy to put out a group set, and you have critics like me who come along and just shred it. I have empathy for that. But for me, if I was going to spend money today on a bike, I'd be getting something near new secondhand off a barrister doing a keto diet. And he's just quit cycling because he's got no energy left. Brand new, near new bike, second hand for $1,400 US. You get something really, really bling, really bling. For $1,000 or $1,500 US, you'll get something really bling from someone in Aspen or Austin or Manhattan area. You get something bling. You just got to hunt for it. Put the work in, and look, you get a super bike for $1,000 USD, $1,500 USD, absolute super bike, a Super 6. SRAM Red or Durace Di2, 90, 70. There's super bikes that are out there. You just got to put the work in, and you'll find those ones. Anyway, that's my honest real-world review. No one's going to give you these angles because, again, I'm independent. I ain't paid by SRAM. I ain't paid by Cycling Tips. I ain't paid by Shimano, etc. I appreciate the work, the positive work these brands do for cycling, but also I'm going to critique it and say, hey, this is bullshit when I see it. Thanks for watching.